So you can see here there's a lot of damage from the storm. This is the Odette remnants. A lot. I'm here right now in my favorite beach side of Cordova, and I was coming here to check on what's the progress around here because it's been a while since I came here, and I could see that the road now is slowly, very slow rather, progressing. It still hasn't reached the end, and as you know, we just had a storm this week, so I could see some of these sailboats have been kept away from the strong winds that just happened a few days ago. So you can see it's not even really sunny. It's just raining on and off. But this is my favorite place to walk through here in Cordova. The place where they going to the terminal, going to Port Bohol, Talibon, but here you can see all the different sailboats. The boat makers are also here, and surprisingly there are other places. And on the right side you can see that the wall has been off, and you can see Bantayan Bay. That's another place that I will visit soon because it's Holy Week right now here in the Philippines, Holy Thursday, so there's not a lot of people on the road, but here I've noticed there's a lot of people still about. In fact, it's very traffic right on the end of the terminal because I believe that they are trying to catch the ride going back to their places. So a lot of the sailboats has been wrecked. I haven't been here since the Odette and all that because I've been so busy. But you can see the damage that they have here. They're making that kind of floating balsa, because that's the so-called very popular in Bantayan Bay, the called floating cottages, where they both put blue barrels on the bottom and then make a flooring and make it into like rented it out for people that want to go swimming as a family on the beach. So that's one thing that the locals have managed to evolve themselves in making floating cottages that they can rent out. Like it rents out for like $3,000 for the big ones like that. So it is quite a good business because that will be enough for a family of 5, 3-5 a day. So I will be going there and check out what's the progress in Bantayan Bay since it was been on and off, closed down during the pandemic. Now that Cebu is opening up, perhaps there are more things to see there. In fact, I want to check out here in the actual RoRo place. There's a new restaurant that they said is open here, so it might be worth checking. I see that some of those big sailing boats that you rent for hire ones for divers are not here. They usually park in this area. All I could see here are the small ones. So there's a new one, newly made, still been painting. There's another one just framed. So there's another thing I will update later on when I film properly in for my Village People Philippine channel is how much is the boat prices now if you want to have a boat made. So I could see there's a lot making here, which is very interesting. Look at the frame of this one. Must be a very big boat. OMG, there's the maker there on the back making the boat. These are boat prices in Cordova. There's another one. So I will be going back soon when all the storm have passed. Give you the tour and give you a glimpse of what's new after the pandemic here in Cebu, Cebu City, Cebu Island, and all the places that I used to do. And if I see interesting people, I could interview them. You know, my usual, I like meeting people. I believe I got the, like my daughter called the charisma, to easily get the trust of the people. When I go to them and talk to them, then I end up interviewing them. So you can see here there's a lot of damage from the storm. This is the Odette remnants. A lot. Because like I said, there's a lot of boats here that I used to film, but now there's only a few that I see. We just recently have another storm, Agaton we call it here. So perhaps some of them are just hiding the boat somewhere for safety. But you can see that these are damaged boats. Perhaps the islands across Mactan, the small islands, are now open, that I could feature them one day so you can see. And mine when you come here and visit Cebu, because now that the country is open, we don't quarantine the visitors anymore. And I could see on the other side, Bantayan Bay is full of people for the beach going out. That's Bantayan Bay, and that's the floating cottages that these people are making and rent out to families that's going to the beach. So that's another thing very interesting for a foreigner to try when they're here. They are making boat repairs over here. I could see this one before. It's one of those big ones. They need to widen this road because unfortunately there is no parking area enough for all the visitors that come here on this side of Cordova. God, this is one of the big boats that I used to see here, and even maybe climb up in them. but they are all blown away by the Odette typhoon. Odette last December 16. So that's the restaurant that's open on the right side, and that's the terminal boat port for going to Bohol. So that is the Arola is the name of the restaurant. So this is the Cordova inter-island shipping lines. So this is where you catch the boat going to Bohol, and like I said, look at the queue of people chance passengering to get to Bohol. Wala na yung requirement sa Bohol dong? Wag ka kabaw? Okay, basig dito kay ba? I was asking him if he knows any requirement in going to Bohol. But look at all of this. And there's also a boat that just comes, so that's why it's very requirements. Vaccine card and ID. No vaccine present. Ngora na yung requirement na ron? Wala na ilain? Itong mga test wala na to. Vaccine card and ID na lang. Maraang, ang arang. Kaya magkaadto na. Vaccine card ra. Sige. Only vaccine card is required now to go to Bohol. Wala na yung quarantine dito dong. Arang-arang. Passengers with only 1 dose of vaccine must secure RT-PCR prior to travel. Passengers with second dose vaccine and did not reach from 14 days from the date of vaccine must secure RT-PCR. So you have to have, if you have your second dose, you have 14 days before you can travel without being tested anymore. Rates, 175. Adult is 350. 3 to 10 years old is 175. Adult is 350. PWD to 80. Senior citizen to 80. If you're bringing your motorbike, it will be 900. What's up? Bicycle, cargo, 150. So you cannot bring your vehicles there.